Today I'm on my way to San Francisco, so I'm standing out on the curb waiting for my driver, and then I'm gonna take a bus.
Travel to Sacramento every day? No, I'm living like 2 weeks when I was working in San Francisco, now
I'm in Mike's car. Forgot to put on my mascara. And it's basically been stop and go from Hayward. I feel like I'm never gonna get there. It's just never gonna happen. So, GPS last night said 35 minutes to get to where I'm going from where we're staying. And I thought, okay, well, with the morning traffic, I'll give it an hour, hour and 15 minutes. When I woke up this morning, if I had left right then, I mean, like it said I would have made it on time, but I probably would have still been a half hour late. I am fully an hour and 5 minutes late at this point. I got in the car, and basically, it said 2 hours by the time I started driving, because every minute would just like add another 5 minutes travel time up to the point where I left. I got in the car, it said 2 hours, and it has said an hour for the last hour. Everything's flooded. I've passed 7 car accidents so far. It's a good day. I don't know. Well, it is 4:45 and we're done shooting. I'm on my way back to Hayward to Rachel and John's house. And Mike has the day off today, so we have the whole afternoon free to just hang out and enjoy each other, and I'm really excited. Unfortunately, today's shoot was something of a cluster. I was almost an hour late, which is horrible and awful, but honestly, there was nothing I could have done. I hate being late to things. I cannot remember the last time I was actually late to a set. Anyway, so I'm shooting at the top of Twin Peaks, and I feel sorry for this tour bus that just pulled up because you can't see anything. This is Twin Peaks today. From the top, we could be anywhere because you can't see anything. So I'm here a bit early. Luckily, there are bathrooms up here. I have snacks, I have something to drink, and I'm probably just gonna nap or answer my emails until I get here, which is fine. No big deal. Luckily, it's just gonna be me and one other actor and a couple crew people today, and I don't have to work with the guy I worked with yesterday. Well, I worked with 2 actors. One of them was great, and I've worked with him before, and we get along really well. And the other one is the most epic piece of I've ever had to work with. In terms of actors, I mean, I've worked with terrible directors before, Not very many, and I would never say who these people are, which sucks because like there's this expectation that to be a professional you have to protect people, and it sucks, but that's the way it is. So I'll never say who this person is, but I definitely never ever want to work with him again. He was incredibly unprofessional. He was rude. He did not know a single one of his lines. Not a single one. And instead of doing what a decent person would do and saying, I'm really sorry I don't know these lines, he would go off on these tangents and then pretend that he was ad-libbing. Here's the thing. Every scene has a motivation, and very often there are points that you have to hit to make something clear in the story. So even if you are ad-libbing, and I've done plenty of ad-lib scenes, but you have a gist of the scene, and you have points you have to make. He wasn't hitting any of the points. And if you have other actors who are running off of cues, you don't necessarily have to say the exact cue, but you need to say something that's the gist of that, and you need to hit all the points in that section of dialogue so that they have something to respond to. And he did not give us a single cue the entire time, and he was incredibly unapologetic about it. He was uppity. Every time I would say anything, and I never even like criticized him for not having it together. Every time I said anything, he would roll his eyes. And it was very much like, his attitude was very much like men are talking. Yeah, I have no idea what his problem was. Absolutely no idea. He's just an unprofessional, epic little piece of yeah. Hope I never have to see this asshole again. And then we're going to leave, and like I really don't want to shake his hand to say goodbye, so I did the general thanks everyone, see y'all around to the room. And then of course like this other actor I worked with, he was great, he came up and said goodbye, and then this jackass followed him and he was like, it's great working with you, have a nice day, with like this smug smile. I'm just like, I really wanted to say you're a piece of shit and I hate you, but I didn't. So yeah, yesterday was a struggle to get through. It's definitely a struggle. That guy was such a piece of shit. Okay, I'm in the Union Square parking garage. I'm about to go get my tattoo lasered again. I hope this is the last one, but probably not, realistically. On my way from San Francisco back to LA, and I really want to sleep. is Saturday and I have a couple of hours to get to the post office. I sent out 8 packets yesterday to agencies and I'm gonna send out 14 more today. So in each packet I need to make sure they have enough information to contact me. Each one has a cover letter, a business card, it has my business professional headshot, my teenager headshot, and my young adult headshot. They all have my name on them and they all have my resume printed directly on the back because, and I see this all the time, like the standard for a headshot is 8 by 10. But sometimes people will print their resume on 8.5 by 11 and then staple it to the back. So what's the point in formatting your resume? So I created the file for my resume to fit on the back of this, and that way they're never going to be separated because, I mean, casting directors are dealing with a lot of stuff, a lot of paperwork, hundreds of actors, and so if they like you, they don't want to pull up your headshot one day and your resume's gone from the back because it ripped off of whatever. If you cover it with glue and glue it on, it's all wobbly, like it gets bumps in it, and it's ugly. So I just make sure that I get my headshots printed on a type of paper that I can print directly onto the back with my inkjet printer. And that solves that problem, and then as I update my resume, I can print the updated version rather than having the people who print the headshots print my resume and then not being able to update it. So I'm just going to be stuffing envelopes with all of these packs now. And there they are. So I had to go online and get these envelopes with the full window because no place around here actually sold them, which really sucks. So I had to buy a big box of 50 of them for like 30 bucks. And this way, they receive a lot of mail, a lot of packets from actors submitting. So it's best if you take the guesswork out of it for them and they don't have to open it to see if you're a decent looking human being. And if you are, that's just one way of getting your foot in the door. If you have a good commercial look, they'll be able to see it right off the bat. And I kind of did my middle of the road headshot. I've got one that looks a little bit older, I've got one that looks a bit younger, and I think this one is a bit more representative of my age. I'm usually told I look younger than 28. But I kind of feel like I'm not playing 28-year-olds yet for whatever reason. I'm usually playing younger still, so that's fine. So I've got my whole stack of these, and I've got the addresses on the other side, and I'll send those out.